Hello everybody and welcome to a coaching session. In this game I'm watching NatsuDemon, who is currently Silver 5, so borderline bronze. Oh wait, he's in his Silver 4 promos. Oh, okay then, well, it's still close to bronze anyways, but yeah, I thought I'd bring back the coaching sessions back on my channel. I've had a few people reach out to me asking for me to coach them. So yeah, we're back doing that. And unlike some of the last videos, I would usually show the RP.GG, but I feel like if I do that, it's gonna like spoil like, you know, the outcome of the game. Although that doesn't really matter if you're learning anyways, but I just feel like if, you know, people just want to watch and not get anything spoiled, then I won't do that at the beginning of the game. But to note anyways, he plays full AD Renekton for the most part. Tank sometimes in ranked games. This is a flex game. Typically, I would not like to do flex games because they're like normal games in a sense that nobody really cares. It's basically like normal games, but you earn LP. But yeah, I mean, like in this game, it's quite an unrealistic comp with Evelyn mid, Malphite, Yasuo, bot lane with teleport. It's pretty much a shit show, but you know, I feel like I'll just watch anyways for your gameplay. You did provide me with this one, so I'm just gonna spectate it. Kindred's quite loud, right? Don't know why. Anyways, let's look at your runes. How do I do it again? Ah, there we go. And pause it. So you took... Okay, you took D-Shield. I'm gonna say you took Domination second, right? Oh wait, you didn't, what? Builds. Okay, so in my opinion, if you're taking Resolve second, you should take Chrysalis, the mastery that gives you 60 HP. It's just like so good to pass upon in the laning phase. Like if you get ahead too, you're going to convert that HP to AD later on, and that, you know, that does help with Renekton's AD. I mean, it's not necessary. It's not gonna like boost it up, like, you know, make it like some fucking massive thing. But you know, it's still a good thing to take in the laning phase. You're very tanky. You can't really lose trades. If you're curious what he went, he took Press the Attack, which is fine. Triumph, Alacrity, and Coup de Grace. All those are fine. And secondary, Bone Plate and Resolve. Bone Plating's fine, but in my opinion, I just think Chrysalis is much better than second win, but I guess it ain't bad too much because you took Doran Shield. But if it was me, I'm just saying I would go Chrysalis. But I guess you don't want to fight Jayce early on, so it doesn't really matter. But if you do it for all lanes, you know, you probably just want to change it up, like take Chrysalis into melee champions, and second win into like Teemo, like range champs who do a lot of damage. Anyways, already, I think you took too long doing this. Let's watch it again real quick. When I leash, I get the buff down to like 1,200 and then I start walking off. Like right now you could just walk to top lane. If Kindred was a better player, she could kite that out and take less damage, but instead she's tanking all the damage. Actually, that's not bad, but what she'll start doing if she's good, she'll start kiting out and... yeah, like she's not even kiting at all. Just bad pathing. That's like for something different, like another video, I guess. Yeah, not pathing, a kiting, that's the word. It's not great. But yeah, you've wasted a lot of time now, actually. I mean, you still gotta get the creeps, right? No, you won't, you're gonna miss them. Yeah, just think about leashing, because now you missed 2 creeps. Put buffs down to 1,200, then go top lane. You don't need to stay that long. Because sometimes the enemy could slow push it, and like, you know, the time you get into lane, your minions, the enemy minions are gonna die, and you're gonna miss out on XP and gold, and that can be very big in the laning phase. So you always want to make sure you get in lane before that happens. You're playing way too far back. You don't have to be. I mean, it's level 2, fair enough, but you have your Q up. You can like stay around bushes, and when the minions come closer, you can hit Q. And when you're doing this like type of stuff, just stand in range, so like you're getting the XP if minions die. Because if you're walking all the way back over here, like let's say you do that, and minions die, you miss out on XP, which is what really matters in landing phase. Gold matters too, but you know, if you're behind in XP, you're susceptible to getting like all in by anyone. Yeah, okay. You get behind, no. Always try and stand behind minions in this matchup, because Jayce is like a really annoying matchup. If you, like, if you let him get a bunch of auto attacks on you, the landing phase is over. Like, you pretty much lose. So your job is just to stand behind creeps and last it with Q or auto attacks. Just stand here, stand here. As long as you're behind minions, that's fine. I think he missed, like, did he miss that? I think he hit you. Wait, what's his build? What the fuck? Alright, so this is some interesting playstyle. He's rushing that tier level 1. Tier Jayce was always an easy matchup as Renekton. What made Jayce hard was that if he went longswords and rushed Ghostblade, he could one-shot anybody. But because he's going this like this build, you shouldn't really have a problem with this. He doesn't do any damage, and once you get level 3, you're very tanky with Dawn's shield, or kind of. You're beefy, let's say. You have damage with your kit. You naturally do a lot of damage. So, you know, you can just fight him. Botline dies. Doesn't really surprise me. I can't. When he gets close, EQ into him with Empower Q. You just missed the creep. What are you doing? Just stand back behind minions. Like, you don't have to tank that much damage. Like, he's not even playing great, the Jayce. You're just taking shots for no reason. Now you can go into a fight here. Wait, what are you doing? Your combos are way too slow. Way too slow, dude. Like, let me tell you, if I was playing that Jayce, I would probably kill you right here. This is what you do, okay. Okay, so I like how you get the auto. You don't just waste your spells. I admire that, but you took way too long to W. Like, as soon as you auto, you W. You took like an extra, like, 0.5 seconds. You WQ. I don't like WQ, but that's what you probably could do there. Alright, now just... Alright, you should be scared of him. He has no mana now. You can farm, just last it. You could even flash onto him. Okay, you need to improve on your lasting too. If you're not sure when to kill a creep, look at your ID. And like any items you have, like D-shield. And then just think like... You know, just hit the minions like when they're low enough or below your ID. And that's when you'll secure them. Wait, what are you doing? I don't understand. He has no mana. I'm not sure what you're afraid of. Their jungler is nowhere. You have Kindred on your side too. You should not be worried. You place the ward down, and you know, you see nobody. He could be here, but you know, you have time to get away because it's Cho'Gath jungle. But for some reason, you're standing all the way back here. And what's happening is you're missing XP now. So you miss cannon XP, which could have got you close to level 5, which then could have also, you know, gave you a chance to all in Jayce with your level advantage. But yeah, instead you're just standing back. Like, this is pretty frustrating to watch. You don't have to be scared of anything. Kindred's on your side. He has no mana. Like, when champions have no mana, that you can't do anything. Like, especially spellcasters. Jayce is one of those. When he has no mana, he can't do anything. Like, he's useless. He can only auto attack you, but all these autos are like pretty weak. I mean, they kind of are. You have D shield and second wind, so you can just like out sustain his damage. All right, so already, just know your enemy's weaknesses. For the most part in top lane or like any lane, when someone has no mana and they're like ability based, you have the advantage. They don't. So you can do whatever you want. You can walk up to them, scare them off. Like, you win lane. Like, you can't lose. Renekton has no mana. Like, I don't understand why you're standing far back. I guess you're worried about being ganked, but if you're so worried about being ganked, place a control ward. No, place a trinket ward over here when you have one. And here's another thing too. If your jungler's on your side and took this, you don't have to ward this, because you already have information in the river that, you know, you could see like anyone walk up this way. The only other way they can walk into your lane is go over here or take plant, but it's very, very, very unlikely they're going to take plant and get over. Unless it's like Diamond Elo, when they try and be crafty and walk all the way around, but, you know, it's just a waste. It can be a waste of time there, so most of the time you won't even like get ganked that way. But back to my point anyways, if your jungler takes this, you can ward this. You do not have to ward that at all. Or if your jungler's like on this side, or just like round here, you don't have to ward either, because as soon as you see Cho'Gath come up, like if he does come up, your jungler can come over here and just like fight him and you can fight it. But, well, when I say that, I mean like when she's close to the river. Like if she's like walking this way, you don't have to ward. But yeah, it seems like you're too scared of ganks. I'm not too sure why. You have 18 CS at 5 minutes. Jayce has like average CS in top lane. Well, it's not average per se, but like I would say like 40 to 28 is probably reasonable. Excuse me. Just drinking my coffee. But anyways, like that CS is reasonable when you're trying to like harass and whatnot, but yeah, you're way behind in farm. Okay, I'm recording, I'm just making sure. You're so behind because you're like so scared of his damage. Like he has nothing. Like right now he can Q. Okay, he has a lot of mana now. His hammer form's gaining mana, and also him just like passive farming to level up, which gives him mana to like every level up. What does he have secondary? He has... I'm not too sure. I think he has like... I don't know. I'm not sure. Wish we could check. It's not Resolve, I don't think. Or is it? Actually, it could be. Yeah, it could be Resolve. Alright, good. I like how you use your spell there to get the minions. Like, a lot of silver players don't even do that half the time, and they end up, like, missing creeps, because they think that, like, using spells is a bad idea. It's more so, like, on mana champions to do that, but even Renekton, again, that habit. Stand behind minions right now. Okay, you can do that. E out, E backwards. Oh, wait, you can... Okay. Actually, let me watch her back. You could probably have done a lot more. Okay. W instantly. You have to get in the habit of immediately getting ready. I'm not sure if you're like clicking on your buttons or your spells or whatever, but as soon as I E in, I would immediately press W, right click. It was like a short trade. And I could kill my opponent who has like no mana. So I would do that. R. I would dice in front of them and just walk up this way so they have like nowhere to run. Or if Jayce just E me, I get E this way, and he can only walk like here or here. Either way, he's like dead or has to waste flash. Yeah, your combo was like way too awkward. You should think about what your intentions were. I believe you just thought like you would have won that, which you would have actually. But you would have, yeah, you can't lose that. You just can't. I just feel like it's a mechanical misplay. You could have killed him. Even though I don't think I would have took that choice personally. I'd just rather do like a short trade. But yeah, you took the dice roll there and Ghost Flash. That's not bad. We're a lot closer in farm now, which is good. Closing that gap. It's It's really hard to watch though because Jayce had 28 CS in like 5 minutes. And now he's at 39 in 7, which is not the giant. It's not like the biggest improvement. You're AFK. I think he was waiting for an item. You bought Tabby, okay. Tabby's not too bad, in fact. Okay, you had enough gold to buy a control ward. Actually, let's see how much gold you had, like, as you backed. Okay. You can just, like, straight up buy Tabby here. Now, you could have done refill the potion. Oh, what do you buy? 2 pots, yeah. In my opinion, like, refillable potion's enough. Like, it costs a bit more gold, but it's like so much more efficient because you don't have to back and keep on buying pots. So if you're in the habit of buying loads of potions, you should really change that and instead just buy a refillable potion. Even at the start of the game, if you go longsword, I would only recommend that if you go resolve second, just so it's not dangerous. But yeah, once you buy a refillable potion, you don't have to buy any more, so it's like really cost efficient. Or what you could have done here is also buy a control ward, which would have been not even better, but it wouldn't be so bad your purchase. Tabby's okay if you're like want to be really safe. Control wards are good though. Like if you ever get a chance of pushing out, you can place one here for like, you know, vision control, or put one here so like you have vision of all the paths like here. Well, not exactly. Well, yeah, you do actually. Place a control ward there, you can see who's coming from up here, or like going down here. Or you can even place it there if you like hard driven. It's a really good ward spot this, if you're ahead. Alright. Your team is getting destroyed at the moment, but, you know, that's what you get for playing flex. If you can't just snowball really hard, the games are really hard because everybody just picks troll shit and doesn't care. Even myself, I play like the most stupid shit in flex. Can you get all these? You should have let the tower shoot it, hit it twice. Let's go back. Okay, tower shot 1. You do not have the AD to just one-shot it. Renekton can't really do that. He has to just like... Okay, so go back. Yeah, let the tower shoot it, because now you miss it. You gotta miss like 2 creeps here, I think, actually. Hit that one. Yeah, you might as well tank it. Yeah, you missed 2 creeps. Hit that one now. You could have done a much better job there. Like, to kill melee minions, it takes 2 tower shots, 1 auto attack. For caster creeps, it takes 1 tower shot, and then 1 auto attack. Sometimes you have to auto first, like before you have like any AD items, but I think at level 7, your AD should be like enough to kill them. And like D-shield. Right? Let me check. Actually, I don't think it would be. So what you could do is like hit the caster creeps first, then let the tower shoot, then hit last. You can just do that too. Now there's videos on like lasting and whatever. Just like look at the video if you're unsure like how to kill minions. Right now, I'd build up Fury and start trading. Like, once you get level 6, you do not have to be scared of Jayce. Or any counter matchup, really, other than maybe a Vayne or Quinn. Those matchups require a lot more patience, and you have to punish them for, like, misplaying. Cue the cannon. Damn. Ah, Eve. Yikes. Okay. Again, like, your combos are really awkward. you want to be quick when doing these Renekton combos, because if you take too long, you can just get one shot by Jayce, who builds Ghostblade first item. Like, I've played against Jayce before. He got Ghostblade. I had like one death, I think, in this matchup. He had Electrocute too, and he one-shot me in a single combo. And I pressed ult too, but he didn't go off in time. Like, that's how fast Jayce can burst. I would start running bot, yeah. Or towards river, yeah. Wow, I just realised your Eve's mid. Oh, wow, okay. Just a second. You should have focused on carrying creep though. You backing him means you have to teleport. Tiamat, okay. Blue trinket. That's okay. Yeah, that's alright, but in my opinion, I feel like you should sit on yellow trinket till you finish lane. Or if you lane swap, you can do that. Right, that's a much better combo. That's fine, alright, good job. Take tower now, hard push. What are you backing? What are you backing though? You don't understand. You have time to get that turret. You have a big wave here. And you know, you have like Tam at 123 AD. That's enough to kill the turret. Meanwhile, bot lane is taking that turret. You want to trade. If there's like play elo or like an elo where they do lane swaps and stuff, as soon as they get that turret, they will go top lane. And when you go back top lane, you have to 1v2 because, you know, your tower's still standing. Well, the enemy tower's still standing, so you don't have that map pressure. And they do. And they'll most likely get your turret then too, because you can't really beat champions in a 1v2 scenario. Especially a Twitch that's 8-2. Again, like, you're doing this thing where you go all the way back. I don't know why you do that. It's just like a waste of time. You're building Ghostblade here, I think. Yeah. What? Just go in, like, slice in, team at Q to kill the wave. I think by doing that, you'll take a fresh Q, but your team's coming in. You have a Yasuo, Malphite, he's gonna ult in, and you'll be fine. Like, you know. I don't think you're looking at the map. Like, you should be looking at the map right now. I'm pretty sure your team ping the coming mid too. Actually, they don't, but either way, you can still look at the map while you're doing this thing where you run all the way back and start walking in, then focus on Twitch or Zed. Oh my god. Malphite actually flashed for that too. You're doing nothing. Like, you had so many options there to win this fight and then take turret. Like, you have 4 members out of 3 who are... Zed is low, Twitch is pretty squishy, fresh is, I mean, he's pretty full though. Yeah, like, you guys should have got more than 1 kill. I don't understand this. You do nothing. You take way too long to engage. And you forced Malphite's ultimate by doing that, but because, like, this elo is quite low, I'd say, maybe he just flashes anyways, because that's what players do sometimes. They just, like, waste their flash for no reason. Yeah, get turret. Oh shit, that's a lot of damage. Kindred should have came in, like, ages ago. Yeah, take second turret here. Should definitely ping that. Wait, what are you doing? You don't have to take tower shots like that. Alright, you're going Ghostblade, okay. You haven't used your trinket yet. You have 1 vision score. Every time you have that up, you want to use it. Plus, that gives you a lot of range, so as soon as, like, you're mid or something, you can place it, like, over here for like, vision. Like, you need to use your trinkets more. There was no point slicing there. A good Renekton player will always hit their E, unless, like, it's an actual bug and you get CC'd or whatever, then you won't. But point being, like, a good Renekton player will always make sure their E is in range to hit something. You just E for, like, no reason there. You just, like, got 1 dash when you could have kept on walking up and double dash for minions to, like, reach one of these targets. But yeah, you took, like you're still gonna get a kill here, but in another situation like that, you could have lost a kill or missed out an opportunity to catch someone and kill them. Doing dragon here is fine. You have no teammates though. You should have told your teammates to come in. 1 ping. Whenever you're doing an objective, always spam ping, because players don't understand sometimes. They don't really, like, think about pings unless you keep on spamming them. Like, if you watch me, like, when I'm smurfing or something, or, like, even just in ranked games, I do spam ping a lot, like, regardless. Oh, wow, you live. That's good. Yeah, just back away now. Wait, what are you doing? You can kill him, though. Monster. If Twitch had a brain, though, you should have died, honestly. What was your thought process around here? You have less than 100 HP. Okay, just a little bit over. What makes you go over here? Twitch didn't even Q. If he Q'd to lane, like he has a, okay, so he has a ward here. He should have Q'd like from here and then killed you. I guess he didn't look at the map, but you know, he should have Q'd. And just killed you. You should have auto, nah, that doesn't matter actually. Stunning him's probably a good idea, just so like he can't do anything else. Yeah, that's fine. But I'd definitely be careful when doing that type of stuff. Like, you can get away with some of this shit in like silver, but when you go up, it's something that can be very punishable. You get your Ghostblade now. I still see these 2 control wards. You haven't even placed one yet. I admire that you've bought 2, but you haven't even placed one. Like, what you could have done is, you could have placed a control ward here. Like, every objective you take, like, that's a monster. You always want a control ward, just so you deny enemy vision and kill any wards on those objectives. So, yeah. When you're just doing Dragon, you could definitely place one. And then, like, if enemies had wards here, you just deny vision, and they wouldn't, like, know whether or not you're doing Dragon or, like... Well, yeah, say, like, you're the only one here, and you do that, you kill the ward, They might not know necessarily you're doing dragon, but they'll know that, like, you know, you have no vision on that. So you can get away with doing dragon. Another place you could put your control wards is like any of these bushes, like here, like any of these bushes here where I'm clicking. I'll make a separate guide on wards. I think that's gonna be a good video in terms of like the top laners, because a lot of people struggle to like ward or like know what to do with wards. So I think I'll make a video eventually on that topic. I made a script already for one. So I think I'll just like voice over it and yeah, just put down my channel. Why not? If it was okay, so right now I'd ping, yeah. Oh wait, you didn't ping that. Yeah, you guys should dive Jayce. Fresh is coming up though. It's gonna be quite hard to pull off. Alright, never mind. You got him. Yeah. Yeah, no, got no ult, I don't think. I can't tell. It's bugged for me, like the cooldown indicators. Back away. You should get in the habit of doing W auto then Q. It's a lot smoother, like for combos. Like if you W Q, you miss out on a free auto attack in between that. And auto Q, you practically get off at the same time if you time it correctly. So just make sure you do that instead of WQ. You always want to make sure you get the most damage out of Renekton. Why'd you E? Might be a misclick there. Yeah, like when I pause, it just keeps counting down. Not sure why. It's been like that for like months. Yeah, you should take that. Your team's like inting over here. Oh, wait, never mind. They actually get 2 kills. Okay. Like here, you could place control ward too. Make sure you place it like round here instead of like here, because you won't get the full vision of the area that's like warded. Well, that could be warded. Excuse me. Yeah, you practically got on the build, I go. Again, like you're not using control wards. You sell your control wards too. Like both of those, so altogether that cost 150 gold, and you wasted that. Like that could have been towards a refill potion too. If not, that could have like bought you a ruby crystal or a longsword a lot earlier. But yeah, you just wasted your gold there. You have Ghostblade. You have Ghostblade. I think you used it, right? No, you didn't use it. No. You could have Ghostbladed towards them. Like, make sure you're pressing your items down too. Yeah, I don't think you did use it. If you did and I wasn't paying attention, or you're trolling. You can't split push against Cho'Gath. Right now, I'll look at the map. Your team's near Twitch and Fresh. I would flank by walking through river. Are you doing it now? Okay, you're doing it now. Evelyn kills Twitch. Like, you can do combos. Like, right there, you did Panther combo. Like, you can do them, but I feel like you just, like, press all your buttons sometimes. You don't have to. How do you lose this game? You guys must have done something really stupid towards like Baron, or you guys like all die here now and give up your bounties to Twitch. That surely has to be the reason. Dragon's free. Yeah, you can take Dragon. I don't think it's the best idea now, though. Yeah, they could go for Baron. They could do that. You guys died here because Yasuo had teleported. As he did that, everyone on their team saw him. So they started pathing down to cut off Yasuo and just like catch him out. But while that happened, they saw you guys Dragon. Was that there before? I don't think it was it? No, it wasn't. Like, you have wards. Every time I'm doing Dragon, I always place wards in these two bushes. Mainly this one, just so I can see who's roaming down in the enemy base. Or like over here. But you didn't even do that, you just started doing Dragon and now you died. Dying is really big for you because your bounty's increased and you're giving that extra gold to Zed. You can stumble pretty hard with it. Twitch would be worst case scenario too, like any carry. That's a good late game. And just like that, you guys throw. It was weird too because like it was only 2 of you doing Dragon and not like all of you. This is some build like I would go. None of your team have red trinkets. I'm gonna say, like, in this flex game, the enemy team's like a higher rank than yours. Or your team's. Judging by, like, item builds, comps, although comps don't really matter in this shitty game mode. But, like, just the way you guys are playing macro-wise. Yeah, they do Baron right now because you 3 are dead. That's your mistake, just doing Dragon and not warding. Like, you have wards, but you don't use them. If you saw Zed coming straight away, you could just dash over the wall and got out. You TP top, too late. Still going to pick up 1 kill. He still hasn't bought his mana immune on Jayce. Like, when you build tier on Jayce, you want to build mana immune as fast as you can. Just so you can start stacking it even more, because like, when you cast abilities with mana immune, it builds it up quicker. Oh, you missed cannon. You should have queued the wave. Like, you're trying so hard right now to just flash on him, right? No, you don't have flash. And he gets away. Like, you could utilize your combos much better. Like, let's walk you through that all in. Firstly, you press, okay, you ER. ER is terrible because you're Eing in, and then you're like stunning yourself momentarily in your R animation, when you could have pressed R first, then E then. Although that's like capping on, that's like over capping your fury. So in my opinion, I just would have E'd in, then W'd R'd, so he's stunned in place. I cancel my W animation and my R animation by then pressing Tiamat. I auto attack right after. Cancel Tiamat animation, I E, Q auto attack, the finishing blow, the Panther combo, and kill Jayce. But yeah, that combo's not always bad. I mean, the way you did it is not the best way, but like W, R, Tiamat, Q isn't bad, but you could just space and auto attack him, more damage, and you would have killed him. Like League of Legends is like about little things in this game. Like, all these little things can be win or loss in situations. And because you did not auto-attack there, like the final auto-attack, or just combo a little bit better, You missed out on the kill, you died, gave up even more gold towards Zed. And this is putting your team behind. And Kindred dies too, even worse. Still haven't warded. Now the enemies are going to push mid with Baron buff and take inhib. I don't think they can actually. No, they can definitely do it, but it depends whether or not they will actually do it and not be scared. Like scared to just push turrets with their advantage. You're alive. Oh nice, another throw. The silver throws pog jump. Are you actually ranked in Flex? Oh, you're bronze 3 in Flex. Okay. Okay. How did you get bronze in Flex? I don't know. That question doesn't need to be answered, really. I mean, there's an obvious reason. Like, with you, you're not the bronze player I would expect. Like, you're at least, like, silver. Or, like, just about. Maybe, like... I mean, I've seen Renekton players that are, like, diamond or, like, plat with really shit mechanics. Well, like, actual, like, Renekton mechanics, not just auto-weaving, but... Yeah. They just make up for it because of their game knowledge. Renekton players that are like your elo, like you might have good combos sometimes, but like your game knowledge just might suck, which kind of is the case. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's like the reality. Can't. Okay, there we go. Team gets caught out again. That's not your fault, but you could definitely ping, like... It's a lot of work, but when it's like the late game, you want to be making sure to ping like anywhere that's at the fog of war. In case your team gets caught out, and in this case, they did. Actually, what are these ranks? Just want to make sure. Gold, silver on the enemy team. Your team is silvers. Yeah, you're all silver pretty much, other than Malphite, who's bronze 5. I think that's trolling though. Like, I feel like if you get bronze 5, that's practically just players trolling. Kind of. You get caught out. Let me watch that again. I was just like talking for no reason. Imagine you placed a ward here. You would have saw these guys coming up, like all of them. But you walk into the fog of war, you don't really care too much, and instead of walking into the bush to like scout the area out, you walk like right through it, like here, and then get like caught, and then bang. And that's game over now, I think, yeah. Actually no, it's not. Twitch is he is dead. What is going on over here? Okay, you got him. Again, like, I would auto attack first, then W. More damage, combos are a lot smoother. Like, the only time you would EW is when you're like, you play against someone who could like blink away and you want to instantly stun them and blow them up. Or it's in like laning phase and you want to do like a fast, like a more faster combo, but like not all fast combos are great because you miss out on bonus damage that could kill people. die. I don't feel like you use item actives at all. Like, I don't think you've used your Ghost Blade yet, or your Baron King. Or your Cutlass, rather. No one's mid. The classic. Throws after throws, like each throw after like the 25-minute mark or even like 20-minute mark, that can decide the game outcome. Like that's why Diamond games, Masters games, Challenger games are a coin flip in like a sense, like where like one flip or like one thing can basically cause a loss of the game and whatnot. Also, right here when you're chasing Fresh, you could Cutlass him. This deals damage. He has Boots of Mobility and Cloud Dragon. Both of those fade off once you use damage. That is damage, and it's range damage, so you can just keep up with them. If you're ever chasing somebody, definitely use it. And your Ghost Blade. Don't know why my camera's like not focusing you in most times of the game. Where are you going? Why do you walk all the way around? Like, that's just not efficient pathing. You're wasting time. Yeah, you can't win though. Trisha has Guardian's Angel. Yeah. Twitch played really well. Or just, it was okay the way he played. You see though, we've watched so many mistakes this game. These are your average silver and bronze games, like even plat games. I don't know, every elo can be like this. You just have to recognize like some of these things. Like both teams could have won. Both teams could have won this game. I mean, I know what happens to your team when you lose. Although I didn't mention that earlier. Yeah. Okay, use Bork now. For once. I think that's like the ending of the game. Yeah, it's game over. Well, GG. Now let's talk about the game itself, like at the end, the post game. You did a lot of things wrong. That's not a bad thing necessarily, in terms of like this video, because I feel like I've covered most things that you need to work on specifically. But yeah, like warding, you place like one ward this game. Maybe 2 wards at most, and like the rest of your vision score was just by killing blue trinkets or a control ward. Although I didn't catch that, but I think you might have done that. So yeah, you need to like get in the habit of warding more. Every time your trinket's up, you want to use it. If you're top playing and you've already warded and still have one up, that's fine. You don't have to ward. But if you do push out, you can walk into enemy jungle and place wards down to see where the jungler is. You can do that if you shove out. Next, your item build's okay, but I feel like if you're playing like Friday Renekton, you need to learn how to maximize your damage output. Because there's times in this game where you could have like easily one-shot somebody, but you miss out on like you're trading combo, well, just like your all-in combos, miss like a couple auto attacks in. or like sometimes they're clunky. Not all the time, but you know, there's times that you could have made combos much better, and that could have like not put you low. Like the fight bot lane with Twitch, you nearly died because you didn't combo like the way I would. Just like things like that can change the game, you know. Like even here too, if you killed Jayce, you could have ran out and survived, but you took like you missed one auto attack, which basically led the enemy team coming in and killing you because you was like chasing after Jayce, which leads into your death. But yeah, combos, warding, your purchases. Definitely buy refillable potions if you're buying red potions. It's just not worth buying red pots over and over again. Like, you waste so much gold. It's a really bad habit you should get out of. I, for one, was a person that used to buy a lot of red pots. I would, like, start longsword free potions. And I would, like, back after using, like, 3, and I'd buy even more. Like, I would stack my potions out. And I would lose so much gold out of that, because each potion costs 50 gold. And all that gold could have went towards an item that I could have bought, which could have enhanced my snowballing potential. Or could have gave me more survivability with the use of wards, which are you should definitely place down too. You control wards. Don't just buy them and sell them. Like, make sure you place them. Like, before every back, place them and buy more if needed. What else? As a macro play, some of your like decisions weren't too bad, but they could be a lot better. You could set up like objectives much better with like control wards, like I established. Like, you could have placed them in these bushes, or like your trinket, an ender dragon. To ping your teammates too. I do see a lack of pings from you. I mean, I do expect that. So maybe just get in the habit of like pinging a lot more when doing objectives. Like, when you want to do something, spam ping like 4 times. Not like 7 or... Yeah, just like 3 times, 4 times. So everyone can see it and be on the same page as you. Now, also look at everyone... Okay, so back to wards again. Look at everyone's vision score and look at yours. The second lowest is 9 from a jungler, which is pretty terrible, but, you know, that's the average, like, ward placement. Like, even this guy, who's bronze 5, apparently, has 17 vision score, while you have 4. With one of those coming by at least a ward. What else can I add? In the landing phase, don't be too scared. Like, you're walking all the way back. Always make sure you're in XP range. It's fine to, like, play more passive like that, but don't play too passive in a sense where, like, you're missing out on XP or gold that you could have obtained with your Q. And that can lose lanes against a better player. Like, that certainly could have lost lanes. What else can I say? Maybe look at map more too. As a silver player, well, you know, as I used to be a silver player, like back in season 4, my issue was I didn't really look at the map too much, so I'd start walking to places without even looking at the map, and that would lead me into like dying. It seemed like that for you sometimes too, and in times where you could have like won a fight if you like engaged earlier. Alright, let me rephrase that. Sorry, I was like something in my throat. Okay, so like in that mid fight where they're taking your turret and you're standing back, you could have started walking up and engaged, and your team could have came in and like not have to flash. Like, you need to like be aware and like look at the map, like where your team is and stuff. It just, you know, I've already explained most of these things. I think that's about it. It's like the post game. You have a lot of potential, definitely. Like, your Renekton's not bad. It's not too bad. You're just missing out on a little bit of things. And other than that, it's like just gameplay oriented, like towards like getting better, like fundamentals and whatnot. So yeah, if you like need any more information on like what I mean and whatever, just like make sure to hit me up on Discord or League. And yeah, that was NatsuDemon Silver 5. If you guys want me to spectate any of your games, just message me on Discord or put your League IGN below and I'll add you, talk to you and whatnot, and we'll get something sorted. I can spectate games on the EU server, EUS server, NA server, pretty much every server, nearly, other than Korea or OCE, because I have like an account everywhere pretty much. I don't know why, but I just do. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hope this helped you out, NatsuDemon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.